Welcome to Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Eileen Miranda Jimenez. She is the clerk of the West Covina Unified School District, which really has become quite innovative, and I must congratulate you on that.
Yes.
I want to get a sense of a unique program you have, and when I say unique, I mean very unique. The only one in the state, right?
Right,
and
that
it's
is correct.
an IB program, International Baccalaureate, K-12.
Yes, that is correct. Our former superintendent retired in December, so we got a new superintendent in January who came in with lots of amazing ideas. And one of them, an untapped market, was to take our IB program, which we have at the high school and is doing well. We just graduated our second IB class.
For our viewers who don't know what an IB program is, in the most basic sense, what is it?
Okay, it's the International Baccalaureate program. And what it does is it's a very rigorous coursework. It is also international.
Right.
So the teachers and the students have access to students across the nation. And they have to take coursework and it has to collaborate. The classes all have to connect to one another. When you do your reports, you have to include 2 or 3 other subjects in your reports.
Oh,
and
it's integrative.
it's very integrative. And along with the higher rigor, there is no single test like an AP class where at the end of the class you're done, you take the test and you don't revisit it. It all builds on each other, and you have to defend at the end of your senior year, and you have to have taken touchstones along the way.
Is there a foreign language element?
There is a foreign language requirement.
Oh, good. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, but usually when you hear about IB programs, they're 9-12.
Correct.
You are starting IB in kindergarten.
We are.
Tell me about that. How do you do that?
So what we decided to do was to create the pipeline for us. So we approved the middle school program and the primary years program. So we are starting in kinder, and to talk about being innovative, in addition to starting with that kinder class, we're also doing dual immersion.
Amen. You know I'm the hugest fan of dual immersion.
Yes, absolutely.
And so Spanish, Mandarin,
Spanish.
Okay.
So our intent is that the students will learn Spanish, beginning with kinder. We'll start the IB curriculum. On grades 1 through 5, we have changed over to the IB curriculum. They will become Spanish conversational.
Okay.
So they're not going to get all the benefits of dual immersion. But with our dual immersion kids, as they continue to move up, our goal is that by the time they get to 9th grade, they will take a 3rd language, such as Mandarin or sign language or something else.
Imagine graduating and have
Trilingual.
3. I mean, it's so common in Europe.
Right.
And to even get a bilingual kid out of schools in America is a miracle in itself, unless they come from a home where there's a dual language. How remarkable.
Yes, and they will be biliterate with the 2 languages, and if they do the 3rd language, they will be triliterate.
And so
it's not just phonetic.
Right. So for the dual language kids, can they move into the IB program?
Well, they will be part of the IB program because it is an IB elementary. Yes.
Everyone in the IB program?
Well, only kinder is doing the dual immersion, and then the following year it'll be kinder and 1st grade.
But
we'll
I guess
continue to
will
move
all
up.
your students be part of IB?
All of our students will become Spanish familiar, conversational, because that's a foreign language requirement as part of the IB program. So they have to be conversational. So by the time they get to 8th grade, where they can actually take a foreign language, they'll be ready. They can probably go past that first year of Spanish. They can go straight into 2nd year.
What happens to the dual language students? Are they going to be able to continue? Because what I understand, Eileen, is that a lot of schools have these phenomenal dual language immersion programs, K-5, K-6, and they have nothing beyond it.
Well, we do with the middle school, because remember, we've connected the IB program K-12. So when they get to the middle school, if they need a little more help, if they need to continue with Spanish, they may, and then beginning in 8th grade, they either can switch to Mandarin, continue with Spanish, and then switch to Mandarin their 9th grade.
So you're ready. You have, I mean, I'll boast for a second. You know, my daughter, we've been raising her to speak Spanish, and so she just finished 7th grade, but she was placed into high school math, high school Spanish, which is essentially a 9th grade program. But, you know, it took a little maneuvering to get that done because it's not done.
Right.
It's not done. But
see,
now
we're creating it. We are creating it, and we have a Mandarin teacher over at Edgewood, and she is already teaching Mandarin to the middle school students. So for those students who are ready, they can start taking Mandarin, as early as 7th grade.
Which is fine. Which is just fine.
I said 8th, and
it's all good.
7th.
I want to talk about another unique program.
Tell me.
Not exactly as unique as this one. It's only 5 in the state as opposed to 1.
Right.
But this is your AP Capstone program.
Correct.
I am not familiar with it at all.
Okay, so AP Capstone is brand new to us. We are 1 of 5 in the state, 1 of 100 in the nation.
Okay.
AP, the Educational Testing Services Program, realized that the IB program was gaining popularity.
Oh, that's okay.
So the Educational Testing Services came up with AP Capstone. So they have 2 classes that are your capstone in your AP program.
Okay.
You have to take a research-based program your senior year where it's a thesis, and you can take 4 other AP courses of your choosing.
I see.
Okay, and those other 4, it could be calculus,
anything.
It could be
Spanish.
English, Spanish,
right.
Absolutely. So when you do your research project your senior year, you have to pull in the 4 other courses that you've taken. You've got to connect them. You've got to then write a thesis, and then you have to defend it.
That is just
outstanding. So that's a way to connect the learning, because traditionally an AP course, you take it, it's like a pail. You take it, you dump it, you take the exam, it's gone, you move on to the next. So this is a way to connect it.
Has it started?
No, we have been approved.
Okay.
The board has approved it. We've gotten approval. Our very first AP Capstone class will begin in the fall of 2016.
Okay, so
with the junior class.
That's what I was going to ask.
With the
junior. So you do AP Capstone, you sign up your junior year.
Correct. Now, if you know you're going to sign up, which is what we're doing, my daughter's a 9th grader. I'll talk about her for a moment.
You were allowed.
She's a 9th grader, so we've already looked at what AP courses she'll take.
Can you tell?
So she'll be ready for AP Capstone.
I want to hear, if you don't mind. What do you think she'll take, AP-wise?
She's probably going to take AP, well, she's definitely going to take AP Calculus.
Okay. Oh,
she's going to take AP Spanish.
She's that, okay.
She's going to take AP Statistics.
She's really that kid.
Yeah, and we're probably going to look at physics. You know, we're looking at
So she's a science kid.
She's a science
kid. She's not taking AP English or history.
She is taking AP English. She's looking at probably taking anywhere between 6 to 9 courses.
AP.
AP.
What do you think of that?
I'm glad
we can pull it away from your daughter if you want.
Right. Well, let's pull it away from my. Well, I'm excited for her because, again, as I've told my daughter, along with every other student in our district, if you want to do the AP Capstone program, then we're preparing you beginning in 9th grade.
But
we're making sure you're in the right honors courses so that you're not being thrown into an AP Capstone program.
Right. But I do want to ask you more generally about the kind of AP track.
Okay.
Because look, with smart kids, you know, like apparently your daughter, they could sign up for every AP and again, we won't talk about your daughter for a second, and lose their childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yes, and that we don't want to do. So that's why we started looking at our program in 9th grade. But we also have something that's very unique in West Covina. What we do is we allow students and parents to decide if they want to be in an AP class. So in most districts, there's a selection process. You have to take an exam, or you have to be recommended by the teacher or your counselor. So you get very high pass rates in other districts because the kids are handpicked.
Yeah, they're pre-selected.
In West Covina, we took that away many years ago and said, let parents and students decide. And it's working very well.
And how are the pass rates?
Well, our pass rates are right at about 50%.
That's not terrible.
So our goal is to increase that. And we've just given the charge to the superintendent to start moving that number up.
And how does one do that?
We have to strengthen our middle school program. So we're looking at options such as the AP program for the middle years, just as we've approved the IB program for the middle years.
Is there an AP program?
There is.
But I mean, you're not taking an AP test, obviously, but it's kind of getting them ready.
Right. It's studying in the same vein like you would for an AP. It's starting to use the right language. It's starting to have rigor with classes.
Congratulations.
We haven't approved that, but that's an example of maybe what we would do to strengthen our middle school program.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. We're doing innovative things in West Covina.
Yeah, her name is Eileen Miranda Jimenez. She is the clerk of the West Covina Unified School District. My name is Brad Pomerance.